it's what New Hampshire does. New Hampshire goes out to breakfast. Someone said we should change the license plate from live free or die to 2 eggs over easy. It's what we do.
Tom Rath should know. New Hampshire's former Attorney General and a current political consultant to Mitt Romney's campaign, he understands the pivotal role that diners play in Granite State politics.
Willie Sutton said that's why you rob banks, because that's where the money is. In New Hampshire, you go to the diners because that's where the people are. It's a good place to see people because they're at ease. You're kind of meeting them on their terms. You're not making them come to an event that you're running.
Hey, guys.
You do it to say, I'm a regular person. I understand the way you live.
Okay, let's go through some of the do's and don'ts of visiting a diner. You enter the front door. What happens then?
Well, you typically work the counter first.
Work the counter
and you
first.
try to talk to all the people on the counter and get them, so you have major contact with them, and then you would switch to the booths.
Okay, so this man, he's not turned around,
right.
So he may or may not want to talk.
But leave him alone. Right.
Okay, we'll leave him alone.
Mike, pleasure to see you guys.
Approaching a booth involves its own special choreography.
And frequently what you'll do is you'll get down, I'm not as big as them, and you'll try to talk to them.
Oh, that's great.
You try to talk to them on their face level and say why you should vote the way we want you to vote. Okay. I'll tell you some funny story about your food or your favorite baseball team. You'll ask me a question or two. I'll say thank you. See you guys. Have a good night.
Enjoy the pancake.
Rarely do you sit down in the booth. Now, occasionally you might.
Oh, I hate when my waiter does that.
But it's like, I'm your server. I don't want to know who you are.
Of course, customers aren't the only voters watching.
That's for you.
Dan LaChance cooks at the diner Chez Vachon, and he expects more than FaceTime.
Yeah, like I asked John McCain if he wanted to try flipping an egg, and he gave it a shot, made a mess. It's pretty funny.
Okay, but points for trying.
Yeah.
Ditto for Dan's counterpart, George Rinalducci, at Portsmouth's Golden Egg.
You can tell the sincere ones from the ones that aren't quite as sincere, because, they'll come back, they'll take time out and talk in the kitchen to the guys, the working man,
Projecting sincerity is key, and in these close quarters, nothing goes unnoticed.
My first primary in 1964, when I was doing an event with Governor Rockefeller.
And I shall go to New Hampshire immediately following this meeting.
Who was very, very wealthy. He went to a very small town. He went into a diner. And everybody watched him. They'd never seen a guy with that amount of money. And they gave him a cup of coffee. And Rockefeller put some sugar in the coffee. And he did something. And they were all, what to make of this guy. He took his eyeglasses off. And he had eyeglasses with a great, big, thick, black arm. And he put his arm in the coffee and stirred it. And you could see the entire mood in the diner change. Because he did something very human that they understood.
Wow.
And that's what you look for. You want to show them that you're a normal person.
But what to eat? Chez Vachon's signature dish, poutine, is likely to test the mettle of any future commander-in-chief. Oh, my gosh, wow. Just looking at it, I need angioplasty. So, what are your thoughts on pie?
On pie, I'm for it.
Okay. A particular one for a candidate?
Well, I think the apple tends to be the safest choice because everybody sort of likes apple. I'm nervous with blueberry because of the white shirt problem.
Okay, right.
Just a couple hot dogs, that's all.
What do you like on your hot dogs?
The truth is, a major candidate visits 5, 6, even 8 diners in a day. A tight schedule and even tighter space, leaving little room for the luxury of baked beans for breakfast or the blue plate special. What do you say to the candidate who comes in and has just a piece of toast with nothing on it?
I don't know. I just think they should try something.
June Furland at the Golden Egg is calling for diner campaign reform.
I think they should sit down and eat.
Okay.
And let the customers come around to them.
So it's like a town hall right there.
I think it's a great idea, and then maybe we could ask questions.
George Rinalducci says, bring them on.
I'd like to see all of them come through, and that way I can get a general assessment of their type of character as to who they are.
Well, you could have like a whole Golden Egg debate.
Good.
Put them up, like line them up at the counter.
Right up there and ask them all. Senator Obama, et cetera, Senator Clinton, et cetera, see what they got to say.